Okay, I think it's time to level up. Them niggas ain't special, bro. Them niggas just regular. Me, I'm a heavyweight, trying to run in every state. Lot of soldiers, whole lot of rank. Watch me regulate. You know we take it. All I wanna do is run it, run it, run it, run it, run it. All I wanna do is run it. Get the money, tell her run it, run it, run it, run it, run it. Ain't no problem if you want it. All my niggas 100. All I wanna do is run it, run it, run it, run it, run it. All I wanna do is run it. Get the money, tell her run it, run it, run it, run it, run it. Ain't no problem if you want it. All my niggas 100. All I wanna do is run it. Ain't a fit, it's about to be a KO. Gotta build this nation, gotta stack a couple pesos. I'm about to paint a picture, gotta lay on. Already turned up, took a shot at Portaleo. Shorty say I'm the realest that she saw. I'm just trying to run it like I'm running from the law. Cause you know I gotta get it for my children. UPK, bitch, we in the field. Okay, I think it's time to level up. Them niggas ain't special, bro. Them niggas just regular. Me, I'm a heavyweight, trying to run in every state. Lot of soldiers, whole lot of rank. Watch me regulate. You know we taking route, plus we ain't playing route. If the nigga ain't got the heart, tell him stand down. And put your hands down. Please, somebody call the police. It's a man that all I wanna do is run it, run it, run it, run it, run it. All I wanna do is run it. Get the money, tell her run it, run it, run it, run it, run it. Ain't no problem if you want it. All my niggas 100. All I wanna do is run it, run it, run it, run it, run it. All I wanna do is run it. Get the money, tell her run it, run it, run it, run it, run it. Ain't no problem if you want it. All my niggas 100.
All I ever did was run it. This one West, all of these ignorant fools are dummies. Get the fuck with all of that fake shit and that front. Got a heater like it's 100, bullets bouncing off of the drum like a punch. Pump my gas, smashing this rubber, gun sound like a stutter. You knew that the bitch a hoe and you still had to go cover. Sellouts and undercovers, don't fuck with you fag fuckers. Got shooters flanked by the double. Look up, splash brother, swoosh. Now she knowing my name, what I'm stacking my change. Never package that cocaine, cause I don't touch it. Swoop. Most my people gone insane, but I'm focused on making change. You a brother, so nigga, I won't fuck her. Better choose wiser. This shit look like MacGyver made these new visors. True scholars with this knowledge, yeah, my crew lava. You stuck on popping collars with your new dollars. I'm just trying to separate like I got 2 islands.
Run it, run it, run it, run it, run it. All I wanna do is run it. Get the money, tell her run it, run it, run it, run it, run it. Ain't no problem if you want it. All my niggas 100. All I wanna do is run it, run it, run it, run it, run it. All I wanna do is run it. Get the money, tell her run it, run it, run it, run it, run it. Ain't no problem if you want it. All my niggas 100. All I wanna do is run it.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Damn right, I'm a UPK nigga. Straight out of 1 West, no contest. We the best to the niggas that's living, trying to contend with the stress. Going through the test, no access, cause you oppressed slaves. Niggas is dying off in waves. Living in dirt, now it's a grave. Niggas cross-talk through the crosswalking or the white chalk over the bodies of roads that you paid. Americans killing us, saying they fearing us. Put the drugs in the hood, now my niggas delirious. Put a gun in my face, all because of my race. Click, boom, flash, put some Skittles and murder my ass. Like a sheep to the slaughter, heart beating harder and harder. Baptized with these words, never dipping in water. So now we pray to the Father. Give strength to the Father that's looking for the marauders. brothers fucking taking my daughters, nigga. It's wartime. Lights up, nigga, showtime. Got the green light on that ass, yeah, go time. Either boot up, shut up, but get your ass up. Cause we ain't got time to be playing this all fucked up America. Heaven for the thief, hell for the slave. Reaping what you sow, meaning giving back what you gave for a clean slate. You try to imitate, you was always fake. America, every city, state, this is your fate. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America.
On the timeline, giving the rhythm to expose the intricacies of the dance vibe. Doing my, I ain't shit, but getting lit is a pastime. So in a minute, I'ma pass out. I hope you get it. If you didn't, you can crash flying. Kinda simple if you feel it, past your last line. But it will confuse a bad mind. A damn shame. That's the exact thing. Gonna get your ass fried. Bombs from the sky, rich devil lullaby. Then the nigga fly. Hope you got an alibi. Bombs from the sky, rich devil lullaby. Devil missiles high. I can see him from the parking lot. Heaven finna ball out. Devils finna fall out. All out warfare, nightmares in the big house. They murdered us for years and thinking shit was gonna turn around. I never learned that this motherfucker burns down. Yelled in them streets. Told them to breach. All of you angels bring woe to this beast. You rule for a time, but we play for keeps. I pray to my father, bring woe to this beast. Remember them times we hung on them trees. All of you nations bow down to your knees. Remember them ships, they brought us some fleets. Fuck the Apollo, bring them the heat. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, whoa, to America. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, whoa, whoa. To America.
God is going to destroy this empire, man. You about to see famine in this place. You think them fires in California is bad? That's just the beginning of what the Lord is about to do. Because you've been evil to the Lord's people. You've been wicked to the Most High's children, man. You've been destructive to the 12 tribes of Israel. Let me tell you something, black man. You got to put on your strength now, man. Put back on your strength and might, black man, because your day is coming. Your day is coming because the Lord is going to bring judgment on this earth.
According to God, the white man is the devil.
You see, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot, they like to claim leadership, they like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority, they don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white ass, need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that bygone. Boy, ass need to stop and ask you to profit. It's about to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the profits, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up on parole because of the COVID. It feel like the host in this world that don't go together. Nowhere is gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. See the profits. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the props. Like we all come together. Cause they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the props. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, y'all, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to wrong with step. I'm silent for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent. I got it. Let's go. Let's go. I ain't taking no loss. Ain't no token when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with you. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep it slave. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high. Your baby pass through the fire. Ask you the prophets. That baby soul belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will fail you, bitch. I can afford it. I prepare slaughter. You bring me my water. Push your leaders weak. Let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop and ask you the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We'll pray on our knees, nigga. We'll pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We'll pray on our knees, nigga.
It's rolling on it. What is it?
Purchase your tracks today.
Know the people been waiting for a minute for something authentic. Came in the truth and bossed in it, made niggas regroup. Had to shed light on a false image. UPK whole court. Now who the fuck won scrimmage? 2 words for soft niggas. What is good riddance? Don't affiliate with feminine symptoms. I know you feel me, nigga. This a death threat to hip hop. You don't stop that weak shit, I'ma mix your lean with some Grimlock. When the last time you heard it this raw? What I wish for's when the earth inherited by the piss poor. We been the war, them the ones I'm taking risks for. Ain't got no pics or no cars to hold. Holy angels watch my steps, them Glock guard my soul. Can't let them leave my body cold. I know you feel me, nigga. Let the wicked weep and the meek prevail. God never been 50-50. I shall now wake and sleep a cell. Let the righteous cry, silence the pretender. A rebel without a cause, as long as I remember. Not taking the kingdom, the only thing on my agenda. Can't avoid me, nigga. Middle finger to the ones that try to destroy me. Revenge of beauty, I'm a beast. I told the bitch she can't eat, let she join me for dinner. My God ain't got no regard for a sinner. One call fall on him like timber. I know you feel me, nigga. In the eyes of terror, I stand still. Go to work for the colony, bring it back to the anthill. Plus everything I drop heavy as an anvil. Show you how to stand like a man in this damn field. I know you feel me, nigga. Fuck equality, it gotta be one man win and the rest lose. Wave devastating, I'm calculating my next move. UPK will real niggas seek refuge. Body shots for pause, that'll get you bruised. My niggas whole ranker, check your little attitude. I came to fuck up your mood on your little holiday like I'm Mr. Scrooge. Resurrected from the grave, walking from the fall. Visions in my eyes, gripping the mic, screaming God bless the underdog down by the letter. And live by that protocol, walk by faith, not by sight. Ain't no hope for getting struggles. Life like some war resist or get pulled into a world that never left me. I will endure. Election will be sure, correction will be swift. No Will Smith, but I am legend. What else would you call the killer of deception? A leader got soldiers on post in every direction. On gold like a German shepherd. Young and a restless, swear honor like a diamond necklace. I know you feel me, nigga.
Purchase your tracks today.
It's rolling on it. What is it?
Test 1, 2. 2, 2, 2. 2. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. The Lord said, confession good for the soul. So right now,
all I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I with them niggas letting shots off. Either that or the right hand to the top, though. Funny how we see vanity, not the lives lost. Can't be focused on a life that's hopeless. Out there pumping, not knowing the Lord will kill you for that hocus pocus. Used to roll with niggas that cook dope with weaponry. Same ones claim they love you. I had no life in jeopardy. And I know my mother wants success for me. But that G should take a girl straight to ecstasy. Remember running with bruh. Even though we did the wrong thing, my life would been a lot different if I fell up under Rob's wing. Was too sincere for a wicked game. Shame the Lord's name. Now we afflicted with pain. All I ever wanted was to be respected by stand-up niggas. Not knowing that them handcuffs custom made the face. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. I ain't lying, I was close to dying. Knew I wanted to live, but I wasn't trying. I was defiant, not knowing that this ain't how we live. This just how they design it. Cause when you in them streets, you get more endemic. They don't tell you gonna be on papers and on restrictions. My father said a hard head to make a soft ass. I didn't care, I wanted fear when I walked past. In a place where a black man's blood is cheap. I thank the Lord for the day I was on Lake Street. Pissing in the cup, back and forth to court. Found the DC school, I swear it felt like I cried on that fucking porch. The Lord said, my sheep, they ain't hear my voice. Asked me why I'm UPK, I told them I ain't have a choice. They said God ain't 50-50 and what's gonna come to pass. The Lord called me out the world and that's not really fast. All I wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. Go ahead. All I wanted was to be a gangster. Isupk until it hit the fan. I want power and a throne, nigga, fuck them grams. All I wanted was to be a gangster, but I was real as a righteous man. And now got the upper hand, gotta promote this brand. Correct whole multitudes until they all understand. If I can't get that crown, Lord, then put me in the hands of someone more mighty, make me this hit man. Reminiscing on the pain that was felt. Shit, I was in the jail. Shit, I needed help. But Twan was locked up and the judge put man on the shelf. Heavy cry cause it felt like I was left by myself. All I wanted was to impress niggas with my grinding. Now I ain't trying to prove shit to nobody but Muhammad. Cause most these niggas lie and pump smoke. One time for the most high, he made me a cutthroat. Cause all I ever wanted was to smash my opponents. Stacking cash, not knowing it wouldn't last. Then God, I hope you accept my atonement. Cause all I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was a gangster. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was a gangster. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just
Clap it up, clap it up. This is Officer Abraham with the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out in 1 West Harlem, New York, under General Yohana. I also have with me Officer N.W.O joining in on the live stream. You know what I'm saying? Y'all shy, brother. You can join me for class tonight. You know what I'm saying? If anybody have any questions, this is the Thursday night scripture breakdown class. If you have any questions, any biblical questions that you may have, you can ask them on, on tonight. This is a special night that's designed for you to ask your questions, any questions that you may have concerning the Bible, concerning life, what it pertains, how it pertains to the Bible, anything of that sort. You can ask these questions. You understand? Because the Christian pastor, you know what I'm saying? We grow up all our lives thinking that, the church was the place to go for the answer, that the church had the answer, that, Reverend Dr. Jackson, you know what I'm saying, in the First Baptist at Bethel AME, Midway Cross of Zion Church, that he had the answer, that he had the way to the Most High, that this criminal was gonna tell you the right way to be according to the scriptures. That's how we grew up. We grew up thinking that every word that proceeded out of the pastor's mouth was the undeniable truth, no disputing it. You know what I'm saying? No coming back and asking no questions, blindly following, this person that, just deem themselves as, worthy and I ain't even got the mic up. That deem themselves, worthy enough to break down these scriptures, to tell, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians what to do according to the scriptures. But we found out, like I found out, and Officer N.W.O found out, that was a lie, man. Good. You understand? And the problem with black people is that we'll consume the lie, and even though someone tells us that this is a lie, we'll still want to stay asleep and go with the lie, man. You understand? Even though we can clearly see that this is a plain lie, evidence comes out that this is not true. We shouldn't believe this. However, we still want to believe it for our own comfortability. So to please our own lustful desire, our own self. If it pleases us, then we'll stick with the lie. We'll stick with the lie all the way. We won't question anything. You know what I'm saying? We won't even question the pastor who claims to have your life in his hands. You understand? He claims to be the one that's gonna lead and guide your soul into heaven, so-called heaven. You understand? He claims to say, well, what I'm telling you to do is gonna get you into heaven. And we blindly believe this, thinking that the Christian pastor has our best interests at heart. You understand? We think that the Christian pastor would never tell us anything wrong to do, because that's his job. That's his job is to lead and guide us to all sanctity. You understand? To everything pure and holy. It's the pastor's job to do that. You understand? But however, we can pull these scriptures in this Bible that lets you know that the Christian pastor, he just does what he does for money, man. You understand? He just does what he does for money. And that's how I want to start off, because the Christian pastor is the I ain't gonna say the root, but the source for proliferating many of these lies that we grow up under. That we as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we grow up thinking one thing, and then we find out in the Bible that it says something totally different. You understand? And we in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, under Commander General Yohana, have been given the order to dispel all these lies, to break blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians free of all the lies that they have hinged their lives on. You understand? And for so long we'll say that, oh, we rather for somebody to tell us the truth, and the truth not sound so good than to tell us a lie that sounds good. But we find out that blacks, man, black people, black people, man. If we got time, man, we got time. I'm gonna go on a tangent for a little bit. Yeah. Black people are so hypocritical in the fact that they'll say, well, don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Don't tell me no lies. But then when you lie to them and tell them something that sounds good, they'll go with it. Well, but then when you tell them the truth, they'll stop being your friend, K.R. They'll tell you in a cult. They'll tell you, oh well, that that was written back then. It don't apply to now. They give you every excuse not to listen to the truth. And that's what blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians do, man. That's what we do. We avoid the truth at all costs. Well, it's time out for that, man. It's time out for people, just going with what sounds good. I wouldn't want, someone to just tell me what sounds good. Tell me the truth. Break it to me all the way down. You know what I'm saying? Don't just tell me something that make me feel good or make me feel like I'm good. Tell me the truth. Really tell me the truth. We get down to the nitty-gritty of it. You understand? Go to Micah 3:11, K.R. for me real quick. Micah chapter 3, and we're going to start at verse 11. I'm gonna pull real quick for you. The whole MO of the Christian pastor real quick. You understand? It's not hard. It's not. When I came into the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, it all became so clear. It was so clear. My eyes was open. The scales were removed off my eyes, and I began to see clearly what the Christian church was designed to do. The Christian church, the black Christian church, Hispanic Christian church, the Muslim mosque, you know what I'm saying? All these religions were designed to keep black people from their heritage, from their people, from their culture. Because the earth knows that if black people come back to their real heritage, their real culture, their real nationality, then they'll come back to their real power. They'll come back to their real authority. They'll come back to their real God. You understand? And if black people, I mean, man, this is so powerful. If black people just come back to the Most High, just stop trying different things. Stop trying it this way and that way and this and that and that and that. Just stop trying all these things and just get right with the Most High, man. Just get right with God, and we'll see the earth change. We'll see our condition change. Like, black people have been so enslaved for so long, we don't even fathom what freedom is. We don't even fathom what it's like to not have to go and punch a clock. What it's like to not have to go and work ourselves to the bone every single day. You understand? We don't even contemplate it. We don't even think beyond the rent, beyond the lights and the water and the cable and a little bitty piece of pair of shoes. We don't even think that far past that, K.R.
Well,
go ahead and read that for me.
Come across the book of Micah, chapter 3, verse 11. The heads thereof judge for reward.
The heads thereof, man, judge for reward. Meaning, the people who's over blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, they tell us what's right from wrong. They give us punishments for a reward. So it's just like a judge in court in America, where his job is to give out punishment for breaking a law, telling you that it's wrong, that you're wrong in a certain situation. You felt like you was right. You felt like you was right for for example, punching that guy out at the bar. You think you was right for shooting that guy because he slept with your woman. For example, certain cases where, just like the People's Court, where they bring their matter to be judged by someone who can rightfully divide the law, who can break down the law and give a just judgment, give a just punishment. You understand? That's what we do. We depend on the pastor to tell us what to do. This is right. This is wrong. For a long time, you understand? Well, the period. Pastors have told, which is the subject for tonight, pastors have told us so many lies about relationships, so many lies about marriage, so many lies about, what it means to be a husband, what it means to be a wife, what it means to rear up kids. So many lies, man. And we wonder why, you understand, we have Lil Weezy. We wonder why we got Lil Uzi Vert putting whole diamonds in his forehead. We wonder why we have our youth in the condition that it's in. It's because of church, man. It's because of church. You wonder why Whitney Houston smoked. They said, Cat Williams said Whitney Houston smoked her kneecaps off. Good night. You know why? Because of church. Because of church, man. You want to know why so many little young girls get molested and get touched and felt up on? It's because of church. Just let's be real. And stop falling for the lies, man. Stop falling for the okie doke. Stop falling for the banana in the tailpipe, man. The heads, we have always, the black community as a whole have always valued the pastor's advice, valued the pastor's judgment, his view of what was right and wrong. You understand? For a long time, pastors would say going into the club was wrong, drinking is wrong, which ain't nowhere in the Bible where it say you can't have a drink. Nowhere in the Bible where it say going into a club is wrong. Nowhere in the scriptures. Like these things, man, we got to stop. The pastor say using profanity is a sin. It don't say that here. But the pastor won't tell you that Valentine's Day is a sin. He won't tell you that. Our heads, they judge for reward, meaning they can be bribed, man. Just like a judge here in America can be bought off. That money that come into the Christian church every Sunday buys the pastor's loyalty, buys his mouth. You understand? And it forces him to say what you want to hear versus the truth. The heads thereof, meaning our heads, the ones that lead us, judge for reward. Keep going, Cal War.
Come. And the priests thereof teach for hire.
And the who?
The priests thereof teach for hire.
Man, the priests. Are you on a channel? Can I turn you up?
Shalom. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Salaki.
Yeah, the priests. Salaki, I turned my own self up. Our priests judge. They read that for me again, Cal War. Salaki.
Come, the book of Micah, chapter 3, verse 11. The heads thereof judge for reward. And the priests thereof teach for hire.
You understand that the priests thereof teach for hire, man. That's what goes on in our community, man. Now we got to worry about. Now we have to worry about. Well, is Pastor Porkchop telling me what's right? Micah 3:11. This been going on since the Old Testament, man.
Wow.
Our priests, they teach for hire. Meaning, look here, if your priest is teaching for hire, then he's teaching for the one who hired him.
Whoa.
That's what that means. You take a job, you get hired, then you are to do what you are told. You understand? You do what you are told by the one that hires you. That's why the pastor has a conflict with the truth. It's because in one hand he has, I please the one who hires me, or my check stops, or please the Most High. You understand? Well, God ain't here. You understand? The Most High ain't here, N.W.O. He ain't here to judge me on what I do and what I don't do. You understand?
And it's a lot.
Go ahead.
It's a lot. So if I could add on, it's well documented who hired the pastors, especially in the black community, like in that movie with Nat Turner, Birth of a Nation.
Right.
Where he was his plantation owner was hired by other plantation owners to go out and teach the word to other slaves to sell them hope, and they would pay him to teach the Bible, what their interpretation of the Bible was. It's like that today. It's a lot.
Right. It's just like that today. That's why every Christian pastor reverts to those commentaries written by every so-called Caucasian scholar.
Wow.
You understand? This scripture is never brought out in the Christian church, man. It's never told that pastors teach for hire. When we all know that pastors are hired. Pastors have been hired. They've been ever since I was coming up, N.W.O. The interview will be a sermon. They'll come and give a special guest preacher, give a sermon. And depending on how the crowd act and depending on how much money he raised, after a while, that minister, that's the pastor now. You understand? So many churches I've been in coming up in my life in Christianity. I was a Christian too. You understand? Raised in the Christian church. So I know how it flow. You understand? There's been full out, resumes sent in where we interviewing right now for a new pastor. That's what the deacon board and trustees say. We interviewing for a new pastor right now. Well, if you're hired, then you're going to please the one that hired you, period. But they tell the congregation that, they pleasing the Lord. They're not pleasing the Lord, man. They're not pleasing the Lord, and it's clear to see it. It's clear to see it because you never get upset with the pastor. You understand? You never get upset with him. He never tells you anything that will convict your soul to change your life. Never. It's always, bless thee and bless this and money here and money there.
Well,
you understand? He's teaching for reward, man. Keep going, N.W.O.
Come. And the prophets thereof divine for money.
And the what?
And the prophets thereof divine for money.
Man, the prophets thereof, they divine for money. They make sure that they give you a sense of them being close to the Most High so they can make money. It's always been about money. That's why the pastor always got a nice suit on because of the money he make. He drive a nice Mercedes Benz because of the money he make. He flying in private jets because of the money. He's staying in a nice house because of the money. It's always been because of the money, man. You understand? Always been because of the money. And now, and for a long time, pastors have been giving us the wrong idea of what marriage is, what it means to be married, what it means to be a husband and a wife. I just pulled that out because right now the Christian pastor is promoting what the so-called oppressor approves of when it comes to marriage. You understand? We don't even know what real marriage is. Go to Exodus 21, 22, and 16. These are basic scriptures that that we learn here in the UPK that's just not taught everywhere. It's not taught anywhere else. because we're more concerned with the truth here. We're not concerned with deceiving people, more over the truth.
Well,
we're not going to put deceiving you over the truth. You understand? We were given an order. Coming down from the Most High all the way through Commander General, the 7 heads, all the way down through Commander General Yohana, and now the captains and officers above us, to give you the truth, to break down this Bible that seems so convoluted and so confusing to people. Break it down for what it really is. Break it down for what it is, and not use it for our own self gain. This is supposed to be, this is our Constitution, man. This is Blacks, Hispanics Constitution. It's the way we supposed to live our lives.
Whoa.
And that's serious, man. It's serious. It goes beyond the check. It goes beyond just making sure my family is straight. Just making sure my what I'm in is okay. You understand? Go ahead and read that. I'm gonna clip this heat 1 second, Cattle. Go ahead and read that 22 and 16.
The book of Exodus, chapter 22 and verse 16. And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed and lie with her, he shall surely endow her to be his wife.
He shall what?
Surely endow her to be his wife.
Take it from the top again. If a man, right, sees a woman, right, and what?
And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed,
meaning the woman that is not promised, she's not engaged to anyone, she's not in a relationship already. Go ahead.
And lie with her, meaning he lay down with her like men lay down with women, and the Bible is so righteous in that, you know what I'm saying, the words are right there that this means sex. This don't just mean, just laying down with a woman or N.W.O, when you had to sleep with your sister when y'all was kids, that mean y'all married, right? You see what I'm saying? If it's just talking about a man lying down with a woman just to lay in the bed together, then that means anytime any male and female lay down in the bed, then they are married. No, that's stupid to think that. You understand? Because that ain't what it's talking about. The Bible is great in that it doesn't get explicit like that. It doesn't have to tell you that the man pulled a woman clothes off, and this is not a soft porn novel. N.W.O. This is not one of those steamy novels, those books. What are them heat books that the women buy out of the bookstore? God.
And they read it, and they read the book N.W.O, and the book tell them explicitly, as he caressed her soft body and slowly unzipped her dress. You know what I'm saying? Painting this big old picture where we know sex is sex. There ain't, the Bible is righteous, man. What's in the bedroom stays in the bedroom. Well, this Bible is private too. You understand? All you need to know is these two, they laid down with each other. And then the sister came back and wrote a song about it, As We Lay. You understand? And she was describing sex without really saying, the actual thing. So this scripture is saying, if a man entice a woman and then they lie together, they lie down and they sleep together. And even we have the same language today. Two women will be talking and they'll be like, well, you slept with them last night. Yeah. They know that they're not talking about just going to sleep beside one another, even though that's what the word says. That's what the English language says. But they both know it means to have sex. And that's what this means. If you slept together, in this context, it means you had sex. And if that happens, then that man and woman biblically are married.
Wow.
Read it again, N.W.O.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 22, and verse 16. And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed and lie with her, he shall surely endow her to be his wife.
He shall surely endow her to be his wife. Surely means for sure she is his wife. That's yours now, brother. He's yours now, sister. You understand? And just imagine if the Christian pastor told you that when you were 6. Just imagine if the Christian pastor told our sisters that, hey, when you lie with that man the first time, that's it. That's your husband, man. Ain't no going back after that. You understand? If that was expressed in our communities, you wouldn't have these women losing their reputation by getting passed around all over the neighborhood.
Well,
you understand? Women complain about a double standard all the time, where if a man sleep with many women, he's a stud. If a woman sleep with many men, she's a whore. You're right. You're exactly right. Because the Lord designed it that way. You understand? You don't have a problem with, society. You got a problem with the Lord. Don't you take that up with the Lord? Because yes, you're definitely a whore if you sleep with many men. That's why you can't find a man to stay with you. Because the whole neighborhood know that you give it up to everybody. Don't no man want that. Don't no man want a woman that's been passed around to all his buddies.
Right.
Just imagine if blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians knew that from birth, man. Our women wouldn't get treated the same. Our women wouldn't get, they wouldn't get treated like sex symbols. Because they wouldn't be. Because the women would know this man that I get with first, that's the man I'm staying with.
Yeah.
That's the man I belong to. And you wouldn't have Meg the Stallions. You wouldn't have Cardi B's. You wouldn't have Little Kim's. Because they would save that for their husbands.
Right.
How righteous is that, N.W.O?
Yeah. And Salaki. If I could say one thing, Salaki, so if I could say one thing, and because of feminism, right? We've been hit with feminism, right? When a sister or a woman does get passed around like that, the first thing they do is blame the men. Like
right.
It's men's fault. You know what I mean?
Right. Like you twerking on a pole, and this man wants you to sleep with you and throw you away. You still twerking on a pole. He sleep with you and throw you away. You blame the men for sleeping with you and throwing you away.
Yeah.
You never blame yourself for twerking on the pole. Nigga, stop twerking on the pole. And it's obvious. It's obvious. Stop twerking on the pole. That's what should be your conclusion. But no, that's not your conclusion, because every here women in America, they serve themselves. They want to serve their lust. They want to serve their lustful desires versus fighting your lustful desires.
Whoa.
And that's what righteousness does. It keeps you disciplined.
Whoa.
You understand? It keeps you disciplined. And it's discipline that will force you to not be passed around.
Yeah.
Discipline will force you to say, well, if I get with this man, I gotta stay with this man. And it'll help you make a better decision. You understand? It'll help you make a better decision, because a lot of women will sleep with a man and knowing he's finna throw him away. Knowing that, okay, he's finna throw me away and I'm gonna go on about my business because, he's stupid anyway. They think he's stupid. They think, he stay with his mama. All these bad things about him that they can't be with him for. However, he got muscles, or, they think that he's good in bed. So they'll go sleep with the brother anyway, knowing that this will end. You understand? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man, we have got to straighten up our behavior.
Whoa.
And when we straighten up our behavior and behave like the princes and princesses of the Most High that we are, then our lives will change as well.
Whoa.
and to change, for people for this earth to take us seriously, for these societies, these different races of people to take blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians seriously, we have to change our behavior. We have to change the way we act. We have to change the things that we do. You understand? We have to fix ourselves. Here in the Israelite School of UPK, we specialize in fixing blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand? You can't come in here and still be a whore. You can't come in here and still get passed around. You can't come in here and still be a stripper. You can't come in here and still be, and get high. You can't come in here and still sin. Why? Because we study what sin is, and whether it makes you upset or not, we tell you the truth.
What?
We give you tough love. That truth, it hurts. But at the end of the day, you thank the Most High for it. It's like I thank the Most High for the truth and not a lie. Because a lie will have me still in the same wretched state that I was when I was in the world. When I was in the Christian church, I was disgusting and nasty. You understand? And I didn't value this word at all because I didn't think it pertained to me. But when I found out that I was Yasha, you understand, that I was Israel, that I was the Lord's chosen people, part of the tribe of Judah, then it changed the way that I thought about myself. And when you change the way that you think about yourself, you will change the way that you think about your brothers and sisters. And then that way, you will treat everybody different. You will treat your nation different. You won't pass your sisters around. You won't just frivolously sleep with your sister and then throw her away. You won't throw her away at all.
What?
You will keep her because you will know that that's a princess of the Most High.
What?
You are a prince of the Most High. You need to conduct yourself as such. You understand? Now, go to Deuteronomy 22 and 29. Deuteronomy 22 and verse 29.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, and verse 29. Then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver.
Go, start at verse 28. Salakia.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 28. If a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed.
So now, the society says a virgin is a woman that's never had sex before. And K-Out, where you got the dictionary? Yeah, we gonna look up the word virgin real quick because America, you understand, is the den of lies, man. America is a place where you get lied to real quick. And if a woman think that she's a virgin because she never had sex before, then that's just a lie. That's just not the biblical definition for the word virgin. And you got to understand that. You got to understand, and this will dispel another lie too. This will dispel that Christ was born of a woman that hadn't had sex before.
Wow.
If you find out what the Bible's definition of virgin is, which that definition has been changed, and we're going to show you that it's been changed, man. I'm going to pull up the definition of virgin on my Google machine. I'm going to go to Google, and I'm going to type in the word virgin. And we're going to see, man. We're going to see, you know, how this, we're going to break this all the way down. So, N.W.O, when you get out of the Bible dictionary, the Zondervan, hold it up real quick. The Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. That's what this is. That's what Chaotic War finna read for you. The definition of the word virgin. V as in Victor, I-R-G-I-N. Virgin. Chaotic War finna read you the definition, the biblical definition of virgin. Go ahead.
This is the definition of virgin. A young, unmarried woman.
Keep going. Should be another one up there to the top.
It is also used figuratively to personify a city or a state.
So you don't see where it says a young, unmarried, a one, whether married or not?
Because it says a young, unmarried woman.
You don't see where it says woman of marriageable age, whether married or not?
So I think that's in the pictorial.
It's in the
pictorial. I got the compact.
Salaki. 1 second, I can run and get it. No sweat. All right. Salakia. I'm gonna hold this up for you just in a second. Okay, so this right here is the compact dictionary. The compact dictionary is just what it says. It's compact. This is the pictorial dictionary. The Zondervan. I don't know if I can get close enough to the camera for everybody to see it. But this is the Zondervan Pictorial Bible Dictionary. This is the complete version of what Chaotic War just read from. And now, this is the definition of virgin. Okay? The Greek word alma, mature. That's what it means. Alma means mature. Used of a young woman of marriageable age, whether married or not. So now, this Bible dictionary says that a woman is a woman that's mature. She's of marriageable age, whether she was married or not. And that's very, very, very important. Why? Because when you go to today's definition of virgin, it says a person who has never had sexual intercourse, she is still a virgin. So now, Chaotic War, you have one definition. This is an up-to-date definition of this is today's version of the definition of the word virgin. So today, if you look up virgin in your Google it, it'll say that this is a person who has never had sexual intercourse, meaning a virgin could be a man. You understand? A virgin could be a man. Well, in the Bible, a virgin could never be a man. Why? Because the definition of virgin is alma, mature, used of a young woman. a young woman of marriageable age, whether she was married or not. Meaning, when you put these two scriptures together, right? The Bible says you gotta get the truth here a little, there a little. You understand? Line by line, precept upon precept. So in Exodus, it says if you lie with a woman and have sex with her, that's your wife. The definition of virgin is, in the Bible, is a woman of marriageable age, whether she was married or not. Meaning a woman that was the age where she could have sex, whether she had sex or not. That's very important, because if you know that a virgin is just a woman that is mature enough to have sex, whether she had sex or not, then you will know that when it calls Joseph and Mary espoused, you will know that that's betrothed, that's promised to. But then when it calls Mary Joseph's wife, when it calls Joseph Mary's husband, then you'll know that they had sex. And that'll take the blinders off your eyes, and that'll let you know that Joseph had sex with Mary, and now they are husband and wife, and Christ was born. You understand? You will stop putting the modernized definition of virgin and using it in a biblical context. If that makes it clear for you, you will stop using the modernized definition and putting that in a biblical context. You can't do it. These words were used, the same word was used to describe two different situations in the Bible. The word for virgin in the Bible does not mean, or we don't take that definition in the Bible and apply it to today. We use what our oppressor told us the word virgin means. And to the one that's conquered blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, he'll make a word be whatever the hell he wants it to be. And when we try to use the definition out of the Bible, he'll whip and beat you and burn out your eyes until you say your name is Toby, if you get my drift. You understand? You understand? That's how you change definitions of words. You understand? You beat somebody until they say virgin is somebody who hadn't had sex. That's simple. It's simple. You oppress them until you make them believe whatever the hell you want them to believe. Now bringing it up to 2022 in America, we think that the word virgin in the Bible means that they hadn't had sex. So then we take that word virgin, the modernized definition, and we apply it to Mary, because they said Mary was a virgin. Oh, she couldn't have had sex. Oh, Christ was born immaculate conception. He was just born. God made her pregnant. We take that nonsense fairy tale and we believe it when it is a lie. It's a lie. And I just proved it out of the scriptures, man. It's a lie. We don't understand what marriage is and what relationships is, now today. That's how Christianity has destroyed us as a people, where we clearly think something totally different than what the scripture says. You understand? In the Bible, that's why they never called a man a virgin in the Bible. You never heard of a man being called a virgin in the Bible, because a man could not be a virgin. He could not be, because virgin in the biblical sense means a woman that's of marriageable age. Whether she had already been married or not. Meaning she could be single and be a virgin. She could be married and be a virgin. And according to the modernized definition, you can't be married and a virgin. You can't be two. You can't be both. But the biblical definition, you can be. And that's how we know that Joseph had sex with Mary, because she was a virgin that was married. You understand? Joseph married her, tore fire to her. That's what I'm wearing tonight. Tear fire. You understand? Joseph went and had relations with Mary, made her his wife, just like in Exodus, just like according to the law, when it says a man that lieth with a woman, he shall surely endow her to be his wife. Joseph did that exact same thing, and because she got pregnant, he wanted to hide it. He wanted to send her away, not divorce her. He just didn't want people to see her with the big old baby bump. Yeah. You understand? That's what he wanted to do. Makes better sense now. Yeah. Makes better sense now that you know, well, okay, Christ came here like every other baby on the planet. Through a man's, testicles. You understand? To not be explicit. You know what I'm saying? He came just like you came through your daddy's testicles. Every man, child, woman, baby on the earth come the same way. You understand? You born on this planet, you come from in between a mother's knees, just like the scriptures say. From in between her knees, you gonna come. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no mystery. Your daddy did it, whether you know him or not. You understand? Whether he there or not. Now, when you come on the earth, N.W.O, it's very few of us that know who our daddies are. You understand? Some of us never seen him, don't know who he was. But we never assumed that the Lord made our mother pregnant, right? Right, exactly. I thought so. I thought so. So now let's go back to Deuteronomy and read that again.
So
go ahead.
Like I'm gonna say one thing, and with the story with Joseph, with the story of the birth of Christ, right? It's so spiritual in this that today, as young men, right? If a young man knock up his old lady, one of the first things he say, if he hear it, he be like, "It ain't mine." You know
right.
I mean? It ain't mine.
Right. And you know why he said that?
Because it happened so fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or
it happened so fast, and what's the other reason?
He might think she fast.
Come on, break it down. He might think she what?
Lying.
Because she's a what?
A virgin.
No. Why do a man in America say the baby ain't his? Somebody type it in the chat. Somebody type it in the chat. Why is the reason why a man will say the baby ain't mine? I want to see if somebody listening will say the baby ain't mine because of what? Why would any man deny a baby? Any black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, why would the man deny the baby?
So Lucky.
Go ahead.
I want to jump the gun if anybody want to type it in. But I was gonna say because we protected. Because I protected myself.
Yeah. Come on, he just being nice. N.W.O, he a real brother. He gonna be a brother. You know what I'm saying? We taught to be a real brother in here. And here, the first thing you learn in here is to never think bad about any black, Hispanic, or Native Indian. You automatically change your mind and you start to love your people. And the reason why he's saying that is because he loved blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. He loved his people. He loved his sisters. You see what I'm saying? So now the reason why a man will say the baby ain't his is because he know who he got with. He thinks that he got with a hoe. She gave it up to him. You understand? She gave it up to him, so the baby can't be mine.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? The baby can't be mine. She probably messing around with 3 other dudes right now. He don't trust her. He don't trust her to say that she's exclusive to him. Why? Because we are not taught that when a man lies with a woman, that's his wife. Women are not taught that man that you lie down with, that's your husband. You have to be faithful to him. We're not taught that. So a man doesn't think that a woman is faithful to him off gate. It's just in his blood, in his nature to think that she is unfaithful to him. What Chris Brown say? These hoes ain't loyal. These hoes ain't loyal. You understand? With the dance moves, man. That's what's wrong with our brothers and sisters, man. Is that we don't have Salaki. Let me move this right here. We don't have the wherewithal to think that someone can be faithful to us. That someone cannot, that resist temptation. You understand? Brothers know how weak women are. And that's why they need our protection, man. Like a woman, you sit and analyze what women do because of their emotions and because they get upset and because their period is on or because something is happening in their life. They make the poorest decisions, but then they say, well, the women mature faster than men. That is a damn lie. You understand? And a man here in America, a black, Hispanic, and Native Indian doesn't trust his woman. He don't trust his woman because as soon as she get pregnant, oh, it ain't mine. Maury done made a whole career off of men denying denying their children. You know what I'm saying? It's because the man will automatically think he's been cheated on. And that's just because of the poor moral state that brothers and sisters are in America. You understand? That's what the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, that's what we come to rectify, man. We come to make it right. Because no brother should automatically deny his child. You understand? No brother should think that he's laying down with a whore. That shouldn't be, man. That shouldn't be. It just even the scripture says, thou shalt not make no whore out of the daughters of Zion. So you shouldn't make your sister a whore. So she can get rejected when she get pregnant. You understand? It's supposed to be a happy time, when because some of our sisters can't bear children. And it hurts them to the core that they can't give their husband a child. That they can't give their, the love of their life an heir. You understand? That during the 50s, before Martin Luther King and this integration, it was an honor for a sister to bear a son for a brother. Like when she got pregnant, she I hope it's a boy. I pray it's a boy. Not that little girls aren't wanted, but it's that pride of having a male heir. So you have a strong man, a strong protector to pass down your heritage to. It's always been a tradition of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. To pass something down to our children. Well, that idea was stripped from us during slavery, during oppression. It was taken from us. Our true culture was stripped from us by another race of people who are not our friends, who are not looking out for us in our best interests. So we need to do that for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We need to look out for our own best interests, and we need to fix ourselves. We can do it. We can do it, man. Under the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, under Commanding General Yohana, we doing it.
Well,
You understand? Big up for Purim. We just celebrated Purim, man. You know what I'm saying? A great feast day of the Most High. Bigging up a specific woman in our nation, Esther, Hadassah in the Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? Bigging a sister up because she showed loyalty to her nation, man. You understand? Under great odds, she showed loyalty to her nation, and every sister should know about Esther. Every sister in Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, you should bring your daughters up, teaching them about Hadassah, man, teaching them about their foremother, their ancestor that came before them, sister that came before them, teaching them how Esther conducted herself, how she acted, the loyalty that she showed to this nation. You understand? And big up for the Passover coming up. Whoa. April, man, the Passover coming up, man. We don't celebrate no goddamn Easter, man.
Whoa.
Goddamn Easter.
Whoa.
You understand? And some rabbits and some eggs and some, and you know what I'm saying, some rabbits laying eggs and clucking like chickens, man. Who want to believe that lie?
Whoa.
Why we lying to our kids, man? You understand? Trying to make them believe that rabbits lay eggs and cluck like chickens. Why we want to do that? You know what I'm saying? It shocked me, N.W.O, when I really heard a real rabbit. I tell the story all the time, man. When a rabbit get hurt, it screams. It sounds like a woman. It sounds like a woman. You understand? And it shocked me to death because I thought when they made a noise, it sounded like chickens. I thought when they made a noise, it was like "Bagah!" Because so many Cadbury bunnies was on the goddamn TV, and when I heard a real one, it blew my mind. You understand? From years of being lied to, and rabbits have live babies. You understand? Rabbits have live babies. Do you know N.W.O rabbits are like kangaroos? Did you know that? Did you know that the baby is born and it travels up a trail to a sack that's in the mother's stomach like a kangaroo? No. And when it gets old enough, it comes out of the pouch. You didn't know that? I didn't either. Until the truth. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Until the truth. They after they get big enough, they come out of a little pouch, man, and they start getting bigger, like bunnies. That's how it happens. You know, rabbits and kangaroos are close in relation. Little animal kingdom knowledge for you. You understand? So it's been so long lied to. We thought that rabbits lay eggs and they hatch out of the eggs. You understand? But big up for the Passover, man, that's coming up. Yeah. The Most High Holy Day. You understand? And now we was at Deuteronomy 22 and 29, 28, right?
Come.
Read
the book
that.
Of Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 28. If a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, and lay hold on her. Meaning he captivate her, man. Not physically lay hold like some fake Israelite groups believe. What?
You got some fake Israelite organizations believe that you can grab a woman up and I guess act like a caveman, like a Caucasian, and cluck over top of the head and lay hold to her and force yourself on her. This ain't that, man. You know what I'm saying? If you got to force yourself on a woman, come to the Israelite school of UPK, man. We'll teach you some swag. We'll teach you some flavor, man. Where she'll give it to you. You don't have to take it. You understand? A woman will give it to you for free. It's a gift. You know what I'm saying? Some of us are more gifted than others. Baba Kushah, if I may. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to take it, brother. Right. You don't have to lay hold on her physically and force her. It's saying lay hold to her and go ahead.
And Salaki, if I could also
Uh-huh.
add on, and you can learn not to be cowardice because it's cowardly to, you know what I mean?
You said what now?
It's cowardly. It's something
Cowardly.
Con,
it is very much so. Like a coward to force yourself on a woman, on someone weaker that can't, you know, naturally you know, a woman can't fight off the strength of a man. You understand? That's why it takes a man, you know, talking to a woman, speaking to her. That's how you entice a maid, man. That's how you entice a woman, man. You use what the Lord gave you, which is your mouth. And you start to talk to her and you start to lay game on her, and boom, and you've laid hold on her. You've captivated her, you know, you've captivated her in ways that you can't see. Captivated her mind, captivated her senses, captivated her emotions. You understand? That's what you do. That's how you get a woman, man. You make her smile. Yeah, look. Come to the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, man. We'll train you up right, brother. We'll train you up right, and you have all the women you can shake a stick at. You understand? Go ahead.
If a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, and lay hold on her, and lie with her,
and what?
And lie with her, and they be found.
And they be found, right? Now, because that daughter belongs to her father, you come and spit game to her, and she gets so captivated that she do something, you know, out of her character, which was to give it to you prematurely. And now the family finds out, the father finds out. This is what has to happen. Go ahead.
Verse 29. Then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver.
Meaning you have to work it out with her father. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of times that doesn't apply to today because a lot of sisters, you know what I'm saying, they fathers are not around. They don't have that protective covering over them. You understand? That's why we encourage this, you know what I'm saying? If you're in here, then you get that sister to come into the truth. This is a place where a sister can come in and get clean. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then she belongs to Commander General Yohana, and then it goes like that. You know what I'm saying? And then you get permission to court her from there. Yeah. All right. So now let's go to Genesis 24. And we're going to show you with this scripture right here that there was never what this society deems as getting married, far as Salakia, as far as that marriage certificate and that marriage ceremony. That marriage ceremony, N.W.O, makes me sick to my stomach. It makes me sick that our sisters' emotions and their I don't know how to describe it, but every sister wants that day to where everything is about them, where they are worship. They get to dress and they get to, you know, put on the dress. They get to put on the veil and, you know, have all the flowers and all that mess disgusts me, man. It disgusts me because after all that pomp and circumstance, life is still waiting for both of them. You understand? And because most blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are stricken with poverty, we go broke to have that give our daughter or whatever that wedding ceremony, and either they're stuck with the bill, or the family, the father is stuck with that bill of paying for the dress and the venue and the food and the flowers and the bridesmaids dresses and the pastor and the church and the honeymoon, and you know what I'm saying? They stuck with that high bill, And all it's doing is just making our oppressor rich. Some blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians spending $100,000 on a wedding. They're spending $200,000-$300,000 on a wedding ceremony, man.
Yeah.
Are you out of your mind? And then the sister is so naive that she compare the husband's love to how big the wedding is or how big the ring is. You understand? Hey, sisters, look here. Don't dumb down your love for your husband and the love he has for you to a ring, man. To a ring. I don't care. Your love that you have between you and him or her and him is priceless. It's priceless. You can't put a price on it. So even if the ring was $10 million, that's still cheap. That's still cheap. Because it's that love, that bond that you have, that you made with him is priceless. You trying to tell me a woman in love, N.W.O, would trade the love she had for her husband for a diamond ring? It's not supposed to be that way.
What?
You're not supposed to trade your relationship, the bond that you create with your husband. That's not supposed to be a tradable thing. You're not supposed to trade that for anything. Nothing is more valuable than that relationship, than that bond that you created with the one you love. So you say, supposed to be something that's so solid, that's so strong, that's built up. So you know what I'm saying? It's priceless. You can't put a price on it. It's something that you value so much more than that's just a trinket or an heirloom or something. You're supposed to value that relationship so high that you can't replace it with a piece of jewelry. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, K.R.W.O.
Genesis 24, sir.
Genesis 24, and you're gonna start at verse 67. We'll start at verse 65. Let's see that.
The book of Genesis, chapter 24, and verse 65. For she had said unto the servant, what man is this that walketh in the field to meet us? And the servant had said, it is my master. Therefore she took a veil and covered herself. Verse 66. And the servant told Isaac all things that he had done. Verse 67, and Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent.
So wait a minute. So if you read back up, well, hold on. Let's go back up. Let's show them about how what real style is, what real, what's being captivating. You know what I'm saying? To a woman, let's show them what that means. So go back up to verse 60.
Verse 60. And they blessed Rebekah and said unto her, thou art our sister. Be thou the mother of thousands of millions, and let thy seed possess the gate of those which hate them.
So Rebekah is being blessed, right?
Verse 61. And Rebekah arose and her damsels, and they rode upon the camels and followed the man. And the servant took Rebekah and went his way. 62. And Isaac came from the way of the well, Laharoi, for he dwelt in the south country.
Right. So after Rebekah gets blessed, she took her damsels and she was, this is when she became, of marriageable age. You know what I'm saying? They said she was going, she became of age. She was mature and beautiful. And so they blessed her, man. Just like certain things happen in the Israelite world. And when we was in our culture, when a woman became a certain age, she was blessed. Just like when a male child was born on the 7th day, on the 8th day he was circumcised, he was blessed. You know what I'm saying? The same thing. So when Rebecca became of age, when she became a marriageable age, they blessed her, you know, and said that she was going to be, you know, this mother, and they gave her, said that she was going to have a bright future, basically. And so she went with her damsels, with her servants, her handmaids, and they, you know, they doing the work. They, you know, they working still in her father's house, working, being a help to her father, being a good daughter. So she was at a well. And go ahead.
63. And Isaac went out to meditate in the field at the eventide.
So Isaac said, I'm gonna take a walk. You know, I'm thinking about, you know, that's somebody not oppressed. You know what I'm saying? He want to go out and just think to himself in the field. You understand? Just looking out, looking over, you know, pondering things over. He going to meditate, think on some things. Go ahead. Or better yet, use it as clear your mind. Meditate. You want to clear your mind. You want to, just think about it and just see how beautiful the trees are. Get some fresh air. You understand? Go ahead.
And Isaac went out to meditate in the field at eventide, and he lifted up his eyes and saw, and behold, the camels were coming. 64. And Rebekah lifted up her eyes, and when she saw Isaac,
when she what? Whoa. When she what?
When she saw Isaac.
When she what?
When she saw Isaac.
When she saw Isaac, what happened?
She lighted off the camel.
She what?
Lighted off the camel.
She spell the word lighted.
Lighdted.
What did that mean? What lighted off the camel? She fell? What that mean?
Salaki.
Look it up. Look it up. Come on, look it up. What? When she saw Isaac, something happened to her. We gonna find out what happened to her, man. Lighted. You know what I'm saying? We have to find the definition of that word there. Isaac is clearing his mind, thinking on some things afar off. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you know, in eye shot. So I mean, Rebecca still could see Isaac. You know what I'm saying? Isaac might have not been paying too much attention to her because he was thinking off to himself. But when Rebecca saw Isaac, she lighted off the camel. I want to know what that means. My phone went dead, N.W.O, so I can't even look it up. Go ahead.
Lighted, having been ignited, burning.
Is that the only definition?
Says begin to burn, be ignited.
She began to, hey, look. Hey, look, N.W.O. When she saw Isaac, it made her moist, if you understand. For lack of a better term, she was impressed. You understand? She was intrigued. She was, you know, she wanted to know that brother. She was, you know, she seen the brother and was like, oh my. Just like sometimes when you see some of these sisters, ooh wee. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are beautiful people, man.
So like,
go ahead.
So like, I was gonna say, like, if we compare it to like today's times, right? A young sister, if she is interested, she'll find a way to get you to see her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To get you to know that she'll do something. No matter what it is, a lot of that she'll bend over, you know what I mean? Whatever.
Right. Do something, right?
Yeah.
So let's keep going. Let's see if it gives us a little more.
Come. So she lighted off the camel, verse 65. For she had said unto the servant, what man is this that walketh?
Like who this? Go ahead.
What man is this that walketh in the field to meet us?
Like she like who that over there?
Yeah.
I look like he coming this way. Like, oh, who is that? Hey, look, Rebecca was taken aback, man. She thought Isaac was a handsome man. She knew that, look here, he can get it. He can get it off top. There'd be no rejection here. You know what I'm saying? She was taken by him when she saw him. Before he said anything to her, she liked him. Go ahead.
And the servant has said, it is my master. Therefore she took a veil and covered herself.
Meaning, hey, look, she was like, now that's a modest woman right there. She took a veil and covered herself because she was like, yo, I can't let this man see me guarded, nose wide open like this. You understand? Like she basically was like, yo, she turned away. Like she minded her business. Like if I don't put this veil over me, or if I don't hide what I'm doing, he is going to know that I am fully engulfed in him, and I gotta be modest. I gotta be discreet. So she was discreet, just like a woman's supposed to be. She put a veil over her face. Go ahead.
Come, verse 66. And the servant told Isaac all things that he had done. 67. And Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent and took Rebekah.
Whoa. Hey. Where the wedding at, Cattle? Any wedding yet? Where the certificate at? Where they signed the marriage certificate at? Where that at? Hey, where the ring at? Where the ring? There gotta be a ring. Where the priest? Where the priest at? The priest ain't. Dearly beloved, we have gathered here to witness this man and woman. Where's that at, Cattle? Where that at? Hey, look, she saw Isaac, right?
What?
Isaac's servant went back and told Isaac what happened. He goes to Rebekah. And say, here, come on with me. Hey, look, she did not reject him. She did not say, where my ring at? We ain't supposed to have sex before we get married. Hallelujah. Jesus is my husband. She didn't say none of that. Where that at? So now, why are we allowing the Christian pastor to get away with all this pump, with all these storytelling that's supposed to be happening to women when a man get a woman? Why are we letting the pastor lie to us? Why is he lying to us? Why does the Christian pastor want to make men jump through all these hoops before they get a woman? Like the pastor say, well, he gotta have money in the bank. He gotta drive a certain car. He gotta have a house. He gotta he gotta have certain things before he even talk to the woman. Then he gotta he gotta be in church and be saved. Hallelujah. Then he got to give her a ring and get down on one knee and say, will you marry me? I'll love you and die for you and all this other craziness. You know what I'm saying? Which that ain't crazy, but I'm just saying he got to do all this talking. Then he got to pay for the wedding. Then he got to, pay for the dress. Then the honeymoon got to be set. All this stuff got to happen before she can say, I'm going to be yours forever. You understand? Why does the Christian pastor put that in our sisters' minds?
But
You understand? Like, I've literally heard Christian pastors talk about, if this brother ain't, if he ain't got no money for the wedding, then why are you with him? Why are you investing your time in somebody that can't give you a proper marriage? Why would you do that? And the sister like, yep, you right. You right. I need a man that can take care of me. He's supposed to take care of what he loves. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Meanwhile, the Christian pastor is having private prayer meetings with the same sister, with his hand so far up her, all the way up to the elbow, K.I.W.O. That's how far his hand up her dress. Look here, man. These pastors are disgusting, man.
wow.
They are disgusting. And to try to use a woman's version of a fairy tale, because women will fall for fairy tales, man. You understand? That's why every woman grow up looking at those princes, those prince novels, and he came and rescued her from the dragon, and you know what I'm saying? The evil witch and the princess and Snow White.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the idea of, a damsel in distress being saved is pushed on little kids. So when they grow up, the woman wants a knight in shining armor to come and save her. You see what I'm saying? And so that's what the man the role that the man has to fit. He has to fit a knight in shining armor, got everything, and everything shining, bedazzled, nice suit, nice car, nice job, nice this, nice that. Everything gotta be in line. His hair gotta be neat, clean cut, clean shaven. Like, all these things have to be met before she even pay him the time of day. Then he gotta wine and dine her, buy stuff, and make sure he tell her, I'm gonna take care of you for the rest of your life. All these promises, like a politician.
Wow.
Like a politician. I can promise you, you won't have to work with me, baby. You won't have to work. You can stay home. I'll take care of you. You know what I'm saying? About like just like that Christian pastor whispering nothings in her ear. You understand? You can have all my money, girl. You can have the house and the cars. I'll give you the world. You understand? If I had to, baby, I'll lasso the moon. You understand?
It's a lot.
You understand, man? That's what a woman want to hear. Some fictitious, you can never lasso the moon, nigga. You understand? Right. You can never give her the world. She want to hear you can do it though. She like I said, K.I.W.O. will fall for a lie rather than hear the truth.
Right.
If a man came to you straight up and be like, look, I like you. If you think I'm attractive, blink your eye twice. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you blink twice? Well, look here. You get with me and we gonna work. You gonna work? I'm gonna work. You know what I'm saying? We gonna work this thing together. You know what I'm saying? We gonna build this thing together. Ain't gonna be no you sit at home and do nothing. Nah, hell no.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We gonna cultivate the gifts you have, and I'm gonna help you do it. And we gonna bring this money into this household, and I'm gonna govern it, and I'm gonna tell you what to do with it, and we gonna build it up, man.
Yeah, wow. And
watch it multiply and grow. You understand? And if we have problems that I can't solve myself, we gonna get counsel on it, man. I'm gonna go to the men above me, and I'm gonna get counsel on it, and I'm gonna come back to you with a biblical answer. And man, and we're not gonna be celebrating no holidays. Goddamn your birthday. Wow. None of that. No Easter, no Thanksgiving, no Christmas, no Valentine's Day, none of that. Just the Most High's holy days, man. You understand? And you're gonna buy some dresses, and you're gonna put on a good, nice scarf over that. You're gonna cover your head up, and we gonna come to class. You understand? And we gonna rock this truth out. Yeah, they run from you, brother. They run from you when you pew.
Yeah.
When basically you telling them we gonna be righteous and we gonna serve the Most High, they run from you like they trying to get away from battery acid. You understand? But if you tell them, oh yeah, we finna get high, we gonna smoke all the L's, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna give you the world and lasso the moon. Oh, she right there by you. We as a nation, man, we have become so I don't know what word to call it, but we love fairy tales. We love to hear fictitious stories of things that could never come to pass, but we'll fall for that. And then once we when I say we, I'm meaning sisters, our sisters, once they get disappointed so many times, you know what I'm saying? They get disappointed by all the niggas that tell her they gonna give her the moon and lasso the earth and give her everything she want, and she ain't never have to want for nothing. After he lied to her and she end up taking care of him and getting 3 jobs, you know what I'm saying, and taking care of him, putting him through school, and he leave her for a white woman, Salakia. He leave her for an oppressor. Then she wanna come and act so hurt like the victim now. When that all of that could have been avoided. All of that could have been avoided if we would just learn how to not fall for the okie doke in the first place.
Bruh.
You understand? Now, this sister saw Isaac, and she didn't ask him for no ring. She didn't ask him what kind of car he drove. She didn't ask him, look, you got to have $100,000 in the bank before you talk to me. You know what I'm saying? She and now all those women that ask for those things, them the ones that accept the lie. Them the ones that get lied to the easiest. You know what I'm saying? Like, they not the worst ones to deal with. They the ones that just, as soon as you lie, we're good. I'm thinking that the one that require all of that, you wouldn't be able to lie to.
Right.
Now it's the exact opposite. The one that requires such a high standard, you start lying and they right in your corner.
Yeah.
You understand? So now Rebecca saw Isaac. The servant came and told Isaac that Rebecca saw him, and she, was ignited, and she was, she liked him. And what does the scripture say from there?
And the servant told Isaac all things that he had done. 67. And Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent and took Rebekah, and she became his wife.
And what? Say that one more time, Keanu. What he did? What?
And Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent.
Isaac didn't even. Hey, look. Let me tell you something. Isaac didn't even. He didn't do nothing but bring her to his mother's tent. Meaning almost like, you took it to your mother's bedroom. I guess he found that his mother's tent. I ain't gonna make no stories. I ain't gonna pretend nothing. I ain't gonna put nothing there. Ain't gonna add nothing to it. He took her to his mother's tent and took her, and what?
And took Rebekah, and she became his wife.
And she what?
Became his wife.
She became his wife then and there, man. You understand? She became his wife then and right there. Ain't no more, ain't no guessing about it. Ain't no wondering what happened or how this went down. It's right there before you, right there in plain sight. They ain't have to sign no marriage certificate. They ain't have to go before no priest and no pastor for him to read something that ain't even in the scriptures. Read out that little book that dearly beloved, we are gathered here. They ain't in the Bible nowhere. None of how blacks, Hispanics, or what this society views as getting married. None of that happened when Isaac was married to Rebecca. It explains it right there on how they got married.
Well,
You understand? So a lot of times, we as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, especially our women, they have become blindsided to think that, marriage is something more than the real marriage is you giving your body to that brother giving his body to you. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't, like you can't become, you don't get no closer than when a man lies with a woman. So how can you say the ceremony is more important than the actual act of the consummation of the marriage? Consummation is sex. You understand? You don't esteem the ceremony higher than the actual act, to where both of you are the most vulnerable. You don't get more vulnerable than you are when a man and a woman have sex. When you lay with that woman, when you lay with that man, you're never no more vulnerable than at that point.
God.
You understand? You can't give no more than at that point where you're giving yourself, you're giving your body to that person. You can't give no more than that. No ring, no ceremony, no honeymoon can match to your body. You're priceless. She's priceless. So when you give yourselves to each other, that's the marriage, man.
God.
If you don't look at it like that, then you esteem a ring and a piece of paper and a ceremony above the actual relationship that you build when you actually marry a woman or a man actually marrying a woman, or a woman actually marrying a man. You put materialistic things over what happens when you two create that bond.
God.
You understand? You cannot put those things over the actual bond. And we see what happens when you put the actual materialistic things over that bond. What happens? The marriage breaks up. The marriage breaks up because a piece of paper is a very light thing. You know what I'm saying? Like that piece of paper means nothing to some people. That ring means nothing.
What?
Yeah, look at Jennifer Lopez. You know how many $1 million rings she done had? How many $1 million rings she done had from different men that she done married? Ain't she been married like 2-3 times? So you trying to tell me that ring and that marriage certificate means something? The $1 million that was spent on those weddings, it didn't mean absolutely nothing.
What?
She not with now one of them no more. I think she ain't even with A-Rod no more. She ain't even with the brother no more. You know what I'm saying? She not with him no more. Like that's with most of our, celebrity brothers and sisters, man. They don't stay in them marriages. They spend millions of dollars, $10 million on a diamond ring. $1 million on a wedding dress. And don't even stay married.
What?
Let alone how long they stay married for. You can stay married for 20 years and it still not be worth it. If you spending $1 million, you spend $10 million on a ring and $1 million on a wedding, and you only married for 20 years, nigga, you supposed to be together forever.
What?
You understand? Like that much money, you can spend $300 on the ring and $0 on the wedding, and $20 on a honeymoon coupon on a Groupon. and still either stay married for 20 years or break up after 5.
Yeah.
You understand? Like I was married in the world too. And I thought my wedding was inexpensive. You understand? I think I spent $300 on everything, N.W.O.
Sure.
$300 on everything, and was so-called divorced in 5 years. I know celebrities that spend $3 million on everything and was divorced in 2. You understand? Like, it does not matter. It does not matter, man. You spend $300 and stay married for 5 years. Yeah, that's a good run for $300. You spend $1 million and stay married for 2, and that's like a flop. What? You know what I'm saying? It's because that marriage certificate, man, that society don't mean nothing. It means absolutely nothing. You understand? It means nothing. And we shouldn't equivocate our love for our spouse to a ring or to a piece of paper, no matter how much it costs, no matter how much the ceremony is. Again, that woman, that man, that they priceless. You can't put a price on that. You can't put a price on the bond. You can't put a price on what you're gonna go through as a husband and wife and come out of and be stronger. You can't put a price on that, man. You can't put a price on that. Me and my rib done been through some stuff to where it probably would have made a normal couple just say, you know what, the hell with you, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? But because we in the truth under Commanding General Yohana and Isupk, we know that we can't leave with the bond that we have with one another is too strong just to give it up. And we're not gonna give it up. That's not an option. You know what I'm saying? And with that, I'm gonna close out the class, clap it up with the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Start out of 1 West Harlem, New York, 125th Street, under Commanding General Yohana. You understand? I'm gonna read the announcements. We're gonna close out with the Lord's Prayer. All right, with the Isupk, under Commanding General Yohana, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is a commandment, Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi 3 and 8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashara, 10th of every penny of any increase that the Most High gives you, give to the Treasury Department or the teacher. Priest fund is a free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming Holy Convocation. Upcoming Holy Convocation is the Passover. You understand? You can pull up, you can Google Isupk Passover and you'll see the promotions for the 53rd annual Passover. It's going to be in Cocoa Beach, Florida this year. It's going to be in Florida this year. It's going to be April the 15th at sundown. So everybody in Israel and Isupk and all over, if you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you could definitely come to the Passover. You're invited. You understand? Only blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians will be allowed. This is the Lord's Passover, and we're definitely looking forward to that. If anyone wants to become a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. That's black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. With that, I might you. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shimka, Yahweh, Malakwithka, Aba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Maharatazar, Kuwa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Lathan, Lalawa, Lacham, Kal, Yawam, Wasalak Kabawatnawa, Katsalaknawa, Kabawatyanawa, Wala'ah, Tabaya'anawa,
Now,
Bonasaya 1,
Bonasaya 1,
Abal,
Ball,
Hawashanawa,
Shana,
Mayan,
Mayan,
Rai,
Ra,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Laka,
Laka,
Hamalakwath,
Lak,
Waha'ala,
La'ala,
Wahathaparath,
Para,
La'aiwalumium,
La'awalam,
Aman.
Aman,
In the English, our Father,
our Father,
which art in heaven,
God in heaven,
Salaki, hallowed be thy name,
hallowed be thy name,
thy kingdom come,
kingdom come,
thy will be done
will be done,
in earth
in earth,
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread,
daily bread,
and forgive us our debts
give us our debt,
as we forgive our debtors,
we give our debt,
and lead us not
lead us not
into temptation,
into temptation,
but deliver us
but deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory
and the glory,
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Saul, give one courtesy salute to the teacher, men of Israel, Amon Shabbat, Amijah, Barak,
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Gatah.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Gatah, Yahya Matah, class dismissed. All right. Water for joining me tonight, brother.
Mosaic Cry.
Shalom. We'll see everybody next week. All right.